All right, all right, all right. Happy Thursday, everybody. Hey, this is amazing. It's Thursday. It's March 2nd. Yesterday was what, 80 degrees? I love living in Atlanta. I moved down here from upstate New York, and yesterday my parents had like 9 inches of snow. Crazy. All right. So, everybody talks about the weather, but I'm trying to tell you, as fitness people, talking about the weather is great because what does that mean? We can train outside. So today, everyone, we are talking with Bela Castro. This is our series on fitness, health, wellness, well-being, mindfulness, and Bela, to me, kind of encompasses all of those categories, basically. Health and fitness, everyone throws that term around. Wellness, mindfulness, but it's 2023. Things are going in a different direction. So I would like to introduce and everyone welcome Bela Castro. She is the founder and head of Be Fit. Now, is that Be Fit by Bela or is that just Be Fit?
Yes, that's a very good question. So Be Fit actually stands for focused, intentional, and tough. That's where the fit came from. It was just like a moment of enlightenment that just came to me. And by the way, welcome everybody. Thank you for having me here. I'm so excited to share with you some information, some practices that have worked for me, that might work for you. And I'm very humbled to be here. So thank you, Mike.
We are happy to have you because I think it's just so important, not only that you are a fitness professional, you've been in the industry for over 5 years, going on 10 years. I think you're like the super fitness person because I've known you just over 2 years. You're not just a workout guide or a workout mentor. You've kind of taken this to the next level. We're going to come in and talk about that a little bit more. But I just want to make sure that people have a good background on you. Bela, I think you hear her speak this amazing, beautiful accent. Where are you from?
So I'm originally from Brazil, where I grew up. I started playing tennis when I was 7 years old, and that shaped my relationship with wellness. And so through 15 years of my life, I had dedicated to play internationally and nationally, many tournaments, and that helped me shape who I am in terms of my mental wellness, the resilience level, the level of discipline that I have. And I have never faced the fact that it's not as usual for people to develop those habits if they are outside of athletic background or anything like that. So after I graduated from college, I have enrolled myself in many different kinds of physical activities. And in each place that I would go, I would have a hard time finding people fall in love with themselves. And actually creating that discipline and consistency, or creating habits that will actually nourish them and fulfill their needs in a holistic way.
Fall in love. I always like to think I am in love with myself, but that sounds bad, doesn't it? That's not, that sounds. But I no, I know what you mean. But I really, we're both athletes, and I always know others are listening that haven't been lifelong athletes. I do want to ask you two questions. First is like, how did you get into tennis and why? But then the second one was going to definitely be how is that possible? How do you fall in love with yourself, or how do you work with somebody and help them do that? So first question is, why tennis? Like, you're from Brazil. What part of Brazil are you from?
Absolutely. So I'm from Belo Horizonte.
Say it again.
Belo Horizonte.
Bela. Whoa, wait a minute. Is your town Bela?
Yes.
Okay? They named it after you. You named it.
So Belo or Bela means beautiful, and horizon means horizonte. So it's beautiful horizon. The name of my city, which is interesting. Actually, the Pope, when he went to visit, he named the city Belo Horizonte.
Oh, no way.
Because they have a beautiful view from the mountains. So
and your parents were like,
it's a Bela it is.
Right. Okay, cool.
So tennis was pretty much a choice of my dad. He started playing, he fell in love with the sport, and of course he wanted his kids to also play. It was not necessarily my passion, but it was definitely something I was very talented. So even when I started picking up the sport, I started playing tournaments and winning against guys and girls.
How old were you when you started?
9.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Oh, Serena and Venus. How old were they?
I started playing when I was
Like
7 and
seven.
tournaments when I
Yeah.
was 9.
You're kidding. Now, is
Yes.
it big in Brazil?
Yes, I would say. For more elite
Yeah,
and
yeah.
high. Yeah.
Wow. So I thought, what is it? Soccer was football. Sorry, football. Were you pushed to go into that direction as well, or because I tell you I was bragging. I've done some U.S. Open tennis championships, and so yeah. But was football an option as well? Soccer?
Football is very encouraged for guys to play, not as much as
Okay.
women, which is interesting. But football is part of our culture, so we're always
Yeah.
watching it and
Yeah.
going to games and just talking about it. Just kind of how
Hmm.
the American football or baseball would be here, I would say.
Oh wow. Why were you so good at tennis?
I don't know. It was very natural, but I never really needed to put so much effort as I saw that happening from so many people. I just definitely needed to work more on my mental wellness, right? I was very impatient in the court. I was always a person
Really?
that attacked a lot, but didn't have the patience to be in the game and,
Did
you
you
know.
do you know how to rush the net? Like I love it when I watch them and then I'm like, just go to the net, bro. Just stay right at the net. Control the net. Is that smart or is that stupid? I don't know.
No, I mean, that's what I was going to do all the time. I
Yeah?
wanted to just attack and win the point right in there.
Yeah, like
But
don't let it bounce on my side. Just like, oh, here it comes. Boom. No, boom, boom. No. Yeah. So,
But see, you gotta find the patience
yeah.
because tennis is about mental. It's 99% mental, honestly.
Really?
Yes.
So like the girls in the locker room with you kind of bumper maybe.
You gotta go with
Take her
all the
food,
confidence. I
put her in.
mean,
No, okay.
and I'm not tall, so for me it was always intimidating because mostly every woman that I'll play will be taller than me, bigger than me, intimidating.
But you
And
beat him.
I mean, not always, but I always with the mentality, yes, I'm gonna give my all here for most part.
No. I when I worked my first couple of events, I was shocked at the height of like Lindsay Davenport and Serena and Venus and Mary Pierce, and they're all taller than me, and I'm 5'11", But I think Jennifer Capriati and God, who else? Kim Clijsters. I'm trying to think. Simona Halep. I think they were under 6 foot. So isn't that crazy? They're short for tennis.
They're enormous. They're so big and so muscular, and and growing older. And I didn't start growing as fast as the other woman. It was just getting a little bit chaotic when I had to make the decision: do I want to go professional with this sport, or do I want to pursue?
Oh, you were that good. Oh, really?
When I was 14, I had to make a decision, right? I could come
Right.
to the US and actually start playing in academies where like Sharapova would play,
Right.
or I
Wow.
could continue to study and then pursue the college career, which that's pretty much what I did, right? So then I actually came to the US with a full scholarship to play.
Wow.
And then in that tennis journey as a athlete, playing and also studying was when I found that was not truly my passion, but it was something that I'm extremely grateful for because it taught me so much and it guided me to be the person I am today. So even though my identity was shaped around tennis, it was not necessarily the identity that I wanted to be in after I graduated college.
Wow.
So that's when I decided to, kind of go away from it.
Where'd you go? You went to school southeast, north, west. Where'd you go to school? Here in the States?
Yes, so Kennesaw State University.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Uh-huh.
I know Kansas. Aren't they the Owls? What are the Eagles? What are they? The Owls?
The Owls, go Owls.
What is an owl? You're an owl? Well, let's go.
Let's go Owls.
Let's go. Who? Who? That's okay. Really stupid. That was stupid.
Let's go Owls. Yes, for
So
sure.
so you played a little there, but that's when you discovered this. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
How I love the fact that you say mental because I mean I'm in martial arts and other activities sports wise, and you don't learn until later on. It's mental, but it seems like I think with you at such a young age, starting at that individual sport, you learn about you get to apply that mental thing earlier. You because you have to. You're all alone. When you're maybe working with client or somebody, are you able to help like convey that level? Because you seem like you're able to get to that intense killer level. Are you able to kind of help convey that over to your people you work with to help them reach their goals maybe?
Yes, it's all about creating consistency and discipline around anything that you do. If you're trying to build a habit, and discipline for me is a big act of self love, which is finding the courage to be aware of your time and energy and where is that going, right? So a lot of times we feel that we have to people please or we have to be there for other people, but a lot of times we are draining ourselves with that mentality, given that we should give ourselves that time first, right? To create the time to do what's right for us, which is exercising and nourishing our bodies with the right foods, consuming the right information, reading books, or surrounding yourself with people that bring the best out of you energetically. Those are the habits that I highly encourage everyone to take in, so they want to feel better about themselves.
So I'm obviously away. I like the way you put that. I like the way you put that. We're gonna. You already know I'm gonna suck all as much of those words out of you as I possibly can. I'm from a really older generation, and so, oh gosh, he's a bodybuilder from the '70s, and I just saw a quote from him yesterday. I started following his Instagram. He's famous, like Arnold and Franco Colombo and Lou Ferrigno. But he goes, if you're not obsessed with this thing that you're trying to do, whatever it is, language or music or arts or accounting, whatever, if you're not obsessed, you're wasting your time. Is that, how do you feel about it? Like you said, discipline and consistency. What about obsession?
I think that is all about balance.
You think you're obsessed? Do you get to obsess?
I think that in life
Why
it's
is that
about,
a bad word?
I don't know. I feel like it's an extreme, and living in extremes can bring you very highs and very lows. Unless you
Yeah?
like to operate in that frequency,
Yeah.
I rather choose balance,
Okay.
where you can find consistency in your actions. But for example, you don't want your whole entire identity to be one single thing you're obsessed with. You want to explore your mind, you want to explore your capabilities, right? So if I want to play an instrument and try, then of course I would do my best. But that doesn't necessarily need to define my whole self, which I feel like I got lost in the, for example, the tennis player identity, right? So my whole life was tennis. And then when it was over, you kind of get into this mindset of like, oh my gosh, what is next, right? Or you're obsessed with the person, let's say in a relationship, that also breaks you, because what if the person leaves? Then you're like, oh my gosh, what is my life all about without this person? Or what is my life without, if you're an athlete and you get hurt and then you can't play the sport, and then like, oh my gosh, then you see people getting into very low vibrations because their whole entire life is about that specific thing.
Right.
So how can you find more meaning and more balance with different areas of your life?
When you were talking, I started thinking. Well, first I thought of Agassi's book. I don't know if you read Andre Agassi's book, but he hated it. And, he hated his dad. But then, as he grew and he got mature, but it was like you said, one thing. He was everything. The tennis identity of everything like that. Then the second thing I thought of was like, you could be a transition guru. Like, oh, you just finished playing tennis. You need to be a regular person, maybe, or I shouldn't say regular. That sounds horrible. You want to transition into mundane life? Let me help you, because there's got to be a huge amount of mental hula hoops that you had to figure out, and no one was there to. Did you have anybody there to be like, okay, Bella, I've been through this. You're gonna feel this. You're gonna feel that. Let me help you. Did you have that?
Yes,
you had
absolutely.
Somebody. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you had a person to help you. Who was that?
I personally believe in interdependency, right? So you should be able to acknowledge that you're not perfect, that you have a lot of things to work on. And we are in a process of evolution where we can always learn from each other. you don't have to abide to a idea and just be hardcore about the idea. You can always shape and mold yourself along your journey. So for me, after I graduated, I got married. I started corporate jobs, and just living the regular life in a home with my dog, with my husband. Just very chill, very relaxing. And then the pandemic hit. I went through a divorce. I decided to quit my job.
Yeah.
I decided to leave my home. So all those, again, all the identity that I have built completely went away. And
Yeah.
guess who got into panic attacks and craziness,
I've been divorced. I got
So-
divorced. I think you're probably not even born yet when I got divorced.
So that whole point to say,
it sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. And I
like-
mean, again, but your identity is based on those things, right? So
Yeah.
like, how can you start creating an identity that is spread out? Kind of like if you go invest, right, your money in something. You don't want to put your money in one bucket. You want to put your money in different investments because you want to have that sense of security, of safety, of balance, right?
Huh.
So the same with, wow, like I can be my whole self by exploring these different facets of my life. And I believe a lot of people that come to me for help, they come when they're going through that moment of like breaking their identity because they have focused obsessively in one aspect. And then when that aspect is no longer there or doesn't exist, they go through that process of self-realization of like, wow, I could actually focus on me and everything that makes me happy instead of like trying to fulfill this thing about this obsession on external validation, external factors, right? Like not other than just me. Like, how do I feel with my own presence?
Right. Wow. I'm like listening to you, and I know you're young, but I'm like, you're a whole lifetime. Ooh, sorry, Russ. I hit the bongo. You have a whole life of experience, it seems, already at such a young age. We're going to take a break, actually, and then when we come back, we're going to do a dive more now, like into fitness and the health and like how you got to now what you are, and we'll talk about some of those experiences with your clients and what you do, okay?
Okay,
All right,
perfect.
perfect. Awesome. All right. We'll be
Thank
right
you.
back. All right. We are back with our health, wellness, mindfulness, health and wealth series, I should say, with Bela Castro, founder, CEO, owner of BeFit and BeFit by Bela. You have a clothing line too. I didn't talk. We'll talk about. Let's make sure we don't forget that. And so I'm gonna want to go deep into. We talked about the beginning of your athletic journey, tennis, where you're from, your approach. We got a little bit of what makes your mindset. So let's talk about transition. Tennis, then you get married, you're domestic, you're housewife, you had the dog, you had the house in Kennesaw. What, where are you living? Oh yeah, you're up in Kennesaw. You really were. So then, were you training then too, or you? How did you get from that into being a wellness and fitness and health and holistic and mindfulness expert?
So I always loved exercising, and I would go on runs, and then I'll sign up for CrossFit, I'll sign up for spinning classes, I'll sign up for Burn Boot Camp and all kinds of different activities. But I realized that people were just not happy a lot of times going there, or they were just not achieving the health levels that they were aiming for. And I started realizing the importance of different aspects of health that were not being always covered by a lot of the gyms or a lot of places that I was going to, which is more on the mindfulness, more on the nutrition aspect, more on, okay, where are you spending your time and energy?
So if I go to Orange Theory or F45, there is no way, or LA Fitness, there's no way they're talking about mindfulness at that gym or even the person I'm working with.
I believe they are, of course. I think there are companies that
What?
there are
You think
companies
so?
that are trying to incorporate different aspects, I believe, but not in the sense of let's get deeper here, right? I feel like it's a more get there, work out and leave,
Yeah.
rather than creating a community, rather than creating a deeper sense of like, let's find out what's really going on. that the emotional baggage that we might be carrying that is preventing us from stepping up into another level of our well-being, right? So I think that's what my point of self-realization is when I went through my divorce and went through all that difficulty. That pretty much was an awakening moment for me to realize that, wow, I could actually focus 100% on myself and dedicate my life to my own well-being, and then
So you didn't have any kids.
No, that was
As we say churns. We say churn. You have no churns in the South.
no cheerings, no cheerings whatsoever.
No churns. Okay.
Just my dog, and unfortunately, I gave her away to him.
What?
Yeah,
To him?
just let him stay with the dog, and
Let's go get him. Where is
I
it?
know.
Is it still there?
She's still alive somewhere. Peace, Luna, if you're hearing this.
Oh no. So that's definitely, I mean, all jokes aside, that's got to be real painful. But was this your catharsis? In other words, the working out, the burn boot camps, the intense training that we're doing, were you trying, of course you're needing to cope with what's going on in your life, but I can only imagine being, I will say, semi-pro or elite level tennis player, the intensity, the workouts, the level, just the level of training. Now that's not there. Were you think you maybe be searching for that same level of intensity?
Yes, I mean, your body is just becoming more designed for that type of level of, activity. I mean, I was practicing 2 hours, 3 hours a day, plus the conditioning, plus, running, plus all these different activities. So your body pretty much is used to that. And then when you don't have it, you start feeling that gap
Right.
in your life, like seeking different venues or ways to cope with that lack. So, but then after the divorce, after all this happened, the level of commitment that I had with myself to embody what I wanted to embody in order to overcome those challenges was really focusing on my mental, physical, and spiritual wellness. And that's when I was like, okay, be fit, it's it. It's the path of my life.
Say that again. The beef, what's it stand for?
Focused, intentional, and tough.
Focused, intentional, and tough. I like that.
Yes.
Okay.
And focus means getting your energy to be in alignment with what you truly want, right? So it's laser focus into the direction of your life that you were aiming for, rather than being super distracted with the world outside. You focus on you. Intentionality.
I lose focus. I have like ADD. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
And intentionality is living in the present moment. It's just being here and embracing this full experience to the fullest. And toughness comes from resilience, which is transferring negative thoughts and experiences into positive ones as fast as possible. And I believe resilience is one of the key determinants of how the life experience could be, meaning that when things don't go exactly the way that you expect, you can easily shape to be more positive and learn from it rather than getting stuck on
Bouncing
the negativity. Back. Yes, the bounce back, I would say. That's the toughness. That's bounce the back. Resilience.
That's Ali, he's like, if you get knocked down, land on your back, because if you're looking up, you can get up. But that's, I think, and then, Stallone, it's not how hard you get hit, it's how hard you can take the hit and keep going, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, because life is always going to throw stuff at you. I mean, whether you want it or not, obstacles, challenges, you're going to lose people you love, you're going to lose jobs. It's just the way it is. I mean, there's no way to go around it.
So you start this business in Atlanta?
Absolutely. Online, middle of the pandemic,
Oh, in the middle of, wow.
Yes, right, 2021, January was exactly the month that I announced it.
You've been in the industry for longer, but you started like really, okay, you got focused, intentional, and tough, and like then, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And
sorry.
No, I mean, that's perfect, because the transition that happened is because I was embodying that, and I could feel how much better I was. And I was like, man, I want everybody to feel this way. I want everybody to start creating these different habits and this mindset and, getting connected more with themselves, healing themselves, right? Because at the end of the day, we all need some healing. And actually the concept of Be Fit now is more into holistic health. So it's heal, connect, and glow from within. And this process that I went through for the past 2 years have really reshaped who I am. If you could meet me 2 years ago, you wouldn't even not recognize me. The way I speak, the way I act, the way I embody myself.
How was it? Like, it was like...
Oh,
not
no.
Really?
No.
I can't imagine it. Like, the only one I've known of you is like, what's up? It's Bella, yo. And when I met you through our mutual friend, Andrea, she was like, oh, you were like your own. I think you had theme music when you came towards me.
Yeah.
I think you had like a band behind you. No,
that's so funny. I was very insecure. I would punish myself. I would judge myself. I was not in a good relationship with myself.
Right.
Again, I was codependent. I was obsessed with the idea of overeating, undereating, punishing my body for working out. It was not a healthy relationship whatsoever. And I believe that going through those challenges and having to look myself in the mirror and realize that I had a lot of things to work on myself, that I was in denial, or that I just, it's very easy to blame other people, very easy to blame circumstances and just get stuck there. But I was just tired of being in that same loop. I feel like I needed to go and face some fears and insecurities and see the darkness for myself so I could actually find the light, So when I went through that transition, again, exercising more, understanding more about my mind, seeking advice from, different mentors, life coaching, reading lots of books. I wouldn't say reading books is the solution, by the way, which a lot of people believe it is. It's actually applying what you're learning, right? It's like you can have all the knowledge in the world, but if it's just in your mind and it's not applicable, then there's no point to it.
No, that's hits the nail right on the head. You're right. That was my problem in school. Michael's smart, but he just doesn't apply himself. I didn't even know what the word meant. What do you mean I don't apply myself? What does that mean? Yeah. Okay. I found out a little later. So when someone signs up with Be Fit, what are they? I mean, they're getting a wellness coach. They're getting a counselor. It sounds like you're able to deal with so many things that someone. What do they get? I sign up with you. What's it like? Let's say you have to make believe you are one of your own clients.
Oh, I love that. So there's 3 layers into it. There's the layer of, hey, you follow on your own. You already have some sort of discipline. You just want a nutrition plan.
I don't? What if I'm on the couch watching Sports Center for like 8 hours a day and playing Minecraft and Call of Duty? Ross, what is that game? The Call of Duty. What is that? Dark Forces. What are those games? That's what I'm doing. I have no discipline. That's why I'm calling you.
Well, there's different levels, right? There's honestly, if I would reach myself back in the day, I would choose the first plan, which I already had discipline, but I didn't have guidance. I just want guidance. I just want, hey, tell me what to do and I'll do it, right? So those are the type of people that could also reach out for me. So there's one plan for that called Glow Getter. The second one, yes.
Glow Getter. All right.
Glow Getter.
Oh, Glow Getter or Go Getter?
Glow Getter. So it's all glow. It's all about glow. The second one is Glow Together. So not only are you getting that plan for yourself, but also the ability to work out with me in the morning and build a morning routine, which is very vital if you are trying to become a high performer, because not only are you exercising, but also creating the mindfulness, meditating every day with me, doing breath work with me for 45 minutes and just starting the day in a completely different mindset. It helps a lot. So that's the second plan. It's called Glow Together. And the third one is Glow with Bella, which is the one that has like the accountability, the consulting, the life coaching aspect of it, which helped a lot of people transition from
full spectrum. Everything.
Yes, exactly. Let me get you from point A to point Z, and get you to where you really are going to become the best version of yourself, and start incorporating
Glow Getter,
those habits.
Glow Together, Glow with Bella.
Yes. Yes, so
I
for any spectrum.
I know you. Okay, and then we'll probably say it a few times. How do I find you? How do I find this? What's the site? What's your site? What's your
If you go to bfitatl.com, since I am in Atlanta, Georgia, that's my home base. I not only have this health programs online and I give, assistance for people around the world, but also I do workshops, and I also have a mastermind and different retreats. So
talk
if
about that.
you,
We gotta talk about. Okay, we have to talk about
if
that.
you want a one-time experience, the workshop that we're going to have May 21st is going to be life-changing. It's an 8-hour mind, body, and soul experience to elevate your inner self.
May 21st. Where?
Yes.
Where?
It's going to be at a venue called the Carlisle here in Atlanta.
I think I know where it's at.
Yes. It's a beautiful
where is it?
place.
No.
We're going to have 180 people there.
This is you.
Changing their
All
lives. Yes. Having vendors, food vendors, people just trying to bring the best out of
I
themselves.
think we talked about this. Okay.
Yes.
Well, let me go back. Okay, Glow Getter, Glow Together, Glow with Bella. So, okay, what age range would you say, and what gender are the majority of people that you're working with?
I had this idea of creating a niche, but in reality, I want to just say what is not for my program.
Okay.
People, they are victimizing themselves. They're not for my program. People that want to take ownership of their lives, they are for my program. So that's pretty much dictates who is supposed to be there, because I have people from 60 years old to 25 years old. I have males and females. I have entrepreneurs, and I have people that work for corporate jobs for years. It's a matter of ownership of their lives. If they're ready to take full ownership, they're ready to be part of my program. If they are still blaming the world for their problems, no, it's just not going to work out.
Why? I love that when they suck like that. That way I can beat them. Oh, did I say that? No. No, I'm kind of like, did you ever see that show, The Biggest Loser?
Yes.
Remember that years ago? You were probably 3 years
super,
old.
super baby.
Well, there was a Jillian Michaels. She was like the main coach, and that whole show was about them. Well, that sounds horrible. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. But there was a lot of crying and a lot of blaming everybody. But their job was to be like, I don't care. You can blame the world. You're not going anywhere. You don't like that? I love that. I maybe it's my sick military. Get up. No. Anyway, so you're saying if that person is in that mindset of, oh, it's this fault and that fault and this fault, you're like,
it's a waste of my energy, and it's a waste of their time too. The waste of their money.
Okay.
If they're not ready to take full ownership of their lives, it's not my responsibility to do it.
Okay.
I'm here to help them self-realize their potential.
So, and I think I agree, because it's like somebody on crack. Like they say, you can't do anything for them until they're ready, until they have to be like, okay, tired of the gutter.
Exactly.
Like, please help me. So
that's it.
Right,
that's when they're in that space.
Okay, same mentality. Gotcha. So you try to create a niche, but you defined the type of mentality you would like your clients to have. So where has it been, like women 25 to 50? You said is it teenagers, or you have 20-year-olds?
No, it's more
18-year-olds?
Adults already working.
So working professionals.
Women, men. Honestly, I'm attracting men lately.
Really?
Given the fact that I think men are ready, right? Emotionally, to step up in their power. They have seen a lot. They have experienced a lot. They have denied the fact that they have emotions for quite a while, and they're ready just to step up in their power. And I'm honestly very honored to be part of that journey with them, because there's two sides of the coin, right? There's feminine and masculine energy, but it doesn't matter if you're a female or male. You should know how to balance those two, right? Because that's going to give you the power.
And you can help me do that if I don't. If I'm
absolutely
having a hard, okay.
Yeah, I mean,
but first thing is that I've made that I need help.
Exactly.
It's my fault. Okay.
Yes.
All right, good.
It's like, wake up. We can all be better. We can all learn from each other. Men can learn from men, women.
Like 700 trainers in Atlanta. How are you different? I mean, we kind of went over, but how are you? I think I already know, but what makes you different?
I believe I apply a holistic approach, but also I embody 100% what I say.
You walk the walk,
I truly
talk
believe
the
that in
talk.
alignment with my brand and everything that I do. And I have seen that, shaping different levels, how I'm attracting opportunities, how I'm attracting the right people to be in my life. And not only that, but how I love my life. I love myself so much. And I want people to feel that way. And it's just like this feeling of, wow, there's so much to uncover. And I'm always in the process of learning. I'm always learning from even my clients. Every conversation I have, I'm like learning and experiencing and open, to hear.
Do you talk to them outside of the gym? Do they call you at night, like 2 a.m, Bella?
No, I set boundaries.
What?
There's
I can't call you at
boundaries.
1 a.m.
There are absolutely boundaries to be set,
Well,
and
you're teaching them to do that for themselves as well.
exactly, because your time and space is very important. It's the
Forget
most
about the
valuable
1 a.m.,
thing.
but outside, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, do you talk to your clients outside? You do a lot of, not a lot, but if I sign up, will I also get a little help from you when I'm not in the gym with you?
Yeah, you know what is interesting? A lot of my clients become my friends. They
Yeah.
invite me to their home.
Yeah.
They want me to meet their family.
Comida.
Yes, they want to be part of my other world too. Like if they are doing the health program online, they want to actually be part of the retreats and meet me in person. I mean, I have clients traveling from different states to be. Our next retreat is gonna be in Tulum. And it's just beautiful to see that if you are living in that very high vibration, the frequency of love, of embodiment, you start really living your truth and finding true happiness. And that's what I want for everybody.
I'm taking it all in. With fitness at the core, I mean, I have to say I am biased. I believe. And this is the joke I get from all my friends. You think working out solves everything. Oh, you're going to tell me to go work out. Oh, you're going to tell me to exercise. I think I'm a little crazy because I do believe that. Because I believe, the mind and the body are connected. And I believe, I understand endorphins. I understand stress management and feeling. Well, Deion Sanders, the new coach of Colorado State, says if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. And I think every day is a game. Like game day. It's game day. Get up 6 o'clock, put your cleats on, and so with Tulum, with the mindfulness, I think the working out part is the core, is kind of the core of that. So I'm getting that with Be Fit.
Absolutely. I mean, exercising, moving your body, releasing toxins from your body, right? Like enriching your body with more, again, endorphins, but not only that, like serotonin, like oxytocin, like all these hormones. Dopamine, all the hormones of happiness.
Do they sell that anywhere?
And
can I get some?
If you know what I'm saying, like you just move your body. It doesn't matter what it is. If it's, martial arts, if it's HIIT training, if it's walking. I mean, whatever you do, just make sure you move. Move your body.
Right.
It's what we are
designed
to do.
How long are your sessions? If I do a session with you, how long is it?
So we're actually doing a 40-20 at Stamina, which is
Stamina, what's that?
It's an amazing gym in Alpharetta, Georgia. If you guys are, please come and experience this. We actually just started this concept. Is a 40-20 experience, meaning 40 minutes of training, 20 minutes of mindfulness.
Nice.
And it does really help people get into a completely different state of mind. People they are joining, they just already like, how can I sign up, right? So
nice.
it's very fun to see that.
Trainwithstamina.com?
Train with Stamina, yes.
Okay.
I mean, it's a beautiful facility that is just being there, and we just want to have everybody in there because once they go and see, experience for themselves, they're like, this is amazing.
What's your Instagram?
Be Fit by Bella.
Did we already say that? Okay.
No, Be Fit by Bella with one L. Most people write my name with two, so it's important to put that.
Beja.
Bella.
I think in Italian it's 2 L's too, isn't it?
Yes.
You're on YouTube. You're on
I am on YouTube as well.
LinkedIn, you're on.
I am on
I'm
LinkedIn as
old.
well.
I still say the Facebook.
I am on the Facebook.
You're on the Facebook.
I am all over the world.
Same thing, but I think it's easy to remember, though. I think it's easy to remember. I mean,
Yes.
in your time working with people, I think you already said it, though, consistency. And it's like you help us with the other things like mindfulness, self-love, because I think those things keep us from consistency. Meaning, consistency means doing something regularly at maybe the same time, or not the same time, but at least every day or every other day or every week or every month. It's turned into years. And I think that what keeps people from doing that is distraction.
Yeah, that goes back to focus, intention, and tough.
I like that. All right.
Right?
Okay, so it goes back to focus, intentional, and tough. Okay.
If you are focused, intentional, and tough, you're ready to embody who you are and use your energy and time in the right places, in the right circumstances.
Are you mean when you train people?
Depending
40
on
minutes
the
of
situation.
lifting weights.
I like to lift people
40 minutes,
up.
that's so short. How do I 40 minutes? But it's intense.
It's intense. It's all about endurance, strength, and mobility. If you actually embody those three aspects of wellness, you are able to optimize your body and improve your metabolic rate and really start feeling so much better and powerful within your body, right? On a cellular level.
I've seen you, and you look the part, and I think that goes a long way with when people come and they look and they go, who's the instructor? Oh, right, yeah. But you're not overpowering, intimidating, like you're not getting ready for a NPC natural show or an IFBB bodybuilding show. You're just, okay, yeah, awesome. We're gonna do some kung fu too later. We're gonna, because I do the boxing and martial arts up there at Stamina, and we're gonna do that. We do a little bit of that. Yeah.
Yes, I would love that for sure.
Huh. Clothing,
yes.
I'll go back to Deion Sanders. If you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you play good. David up at the gym says I'm the worst dresser. I mean, he's just like disgusted whenever he sees me come work out. Sometimes I come work out in my clothes with dress shoes on. I don't know. And that has changed over the years, but I'm changing. I'm going to change because I have realized, I don't feel as good. I just lazy and stop dressing unless I'm wearing my martial arts uniform. So you have launched a line of, or no. You didn't launch a line. You rep a line of clothing. I want to be clear on that. Okay. And you're one of the models as well.
Yeah, I'm one of the ambassadors and models for it. It's called Z Fit, and actually is
Z
as in zebra, Fit. The owner is one of my close friends. She is a mom of two beautiful daughters. She has the mission to actually save the world from sex trafficking. So she actually partnered with a company that protects people, that help people prevent that from happening, and 25% of the profits goes towards that mission.
No way.
And not only that, the quality of the clothing is the same as Lululemon for half the price.
Come on.
Right?
So no way.
They are producing the same facility in China.
Really?
So that means, that the quality is great. It fits perfectly in the body. I mean, it shapes your waist, especially for women trying to look good at the gym.
Yeah.
It's very tight and looks great. So definitely recommend for those that wanna give themselves a beautiful look, trying to find the love of your life at the gym or something. That's it. That's Z Fit. Is in my page as well as on my website. So if you guys want to go ahead and purchase
you
your
like
Z
it?
Fit.
Dumb question. You're wearing it, but I mean, so you wear it when you can.
Oh, every time I can, I'll wear it.
It's on your website.
Yes.
Z as in zebra, Fit.
I honestly like to wear it in my house because it's so comfortable as well. It does look good, and every time I have a video or photo shoot.
Sweat with me, like Nike Dry Fit or something? Or said you Lululemon? You said more like a yoga material?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Very comfortable. And again, shapes your waist. It has cute messages. So if you flip the clothing side, it has, you're worth it, know your worth. That's the whole mission of the company, is to know your worth.
Huh. All right.
So it's beautiful. Different
Awesome.
colors, just pops everywhere you go.
You're a great model for the clothing as well.
No, thank you so much.
Wait. What about for guys? Does she have guys? No. Hello. Why do they do that?
She's in
I
the
need help.
process.
Huh?
She's in the process of getting.
Like I'll wear my
males.
jeans with like construction boots to the gym now. Never used to do that.
But hey, I think that
I'm like-
for guys, it just doesn't really matter. Like you just want to be comfortable, right? For most part.
Excuse me, speak for yourself. No. Some guys, it's weird. Early on, yeah, it needed to look like fly. I needed to look like amazing and walk into the gym. And then it went to, okay, I'm all right. And then it went to like, I don't care. I'm just going to wear like whatever I wore at work. But I'm ready to get back. Any suggestions for male clothing brands? Not yet. You can get back to me on that?
I will definitely, when I will look for clothing for Zfit as well. So don't worry about that.
That is awesome. Mm-hmm. I want to ask God, if you could leave the audience with a sentence or not a saying, that sounds a phrase, or what would you like to leave them with, the audience, to just understand what Be Fit is about?
Oh, I love that. I think it's, in order to conquer anything in your life, you gotta conquer yourself first. You gotta conquer yourself. You gotta dive deep. You cannot look outside for the answers that already are within.
I already know we need to do part 2. I already know we got to do part 2 and 3, because I now have like 1,000 more questions on the mental side, and not only the questions about the mental side and the mindfulness side, but what does that lead to? What does that mean? Like how does my life change? And like, how did I not know those two were connected? Like, Yeah. Does it make sense?
Yeah. And I think that what you mentioned about mind and body is so vital, right? Mm-hmm. The level of commitment to your own personal growth in your mind and body space. But when I open space for also the soulness, like the soul level and the multitude that we are, if we just see ourselves from just outside, right? Mm-hmm. So to be an observer of your own life and see you as this little fragment of this universe. Just like, wow, there's so much to explore. There's so much more than just the mind and body.
Your retreats do the deep dive.
Yes.
Because I just think there's a lot of people that don't know what a lot of the words mean. Like they probably don't know what mindfulness means. Some people don't know what the word holistic means. Self-love, what does that look like? Or like, break that down for me, and I'm thinking of my daughters, like, I know they're smart, of course, because they're my daughters, but for me, it's more that as a dad, God, I want them to just be so happy all the time, which is insane, but that's what I want. I want them to just be so happy. And
of course.
So yeah, I'm going to hook them up with Be Fit by Bela.
Yes. Hey everyone, thank you so much for being here. We are so happy and excited to have you listen to this message. And if there's any way that this resonated with you, what message you can take from this and apply in your life, remember, you are the creator of your destiny. You're the creator of your reality. So remember that every day. Wake up with a smile and know you're alive. So you can have a choice. Be the version of you are proud of every day. That's it.